boy, AK83 on the beats. If y'all didn't know, he heating up the streets. If you need one for your lyrics, hey, hit that DM. We got them for cheap. Let's go. Exotic Lifestyle Show. If y'all didn't know, Celtics choke on game 1 with Cameron and Mace. It is what it is podcast. If you didn't know, like, share, subscribe. You can take 2 seconds to hit that play button. Take an extra 2 seconds to hit that subscribe and support Exotic Lifestyle. Let's go with that video. Y'all know, hey, I gotta put it on the big screen though. Let's go.
I've been to hell and back, but no confusion. This a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, mass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Viggers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. Now I'm looking say take flight.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog.
Goodness, y'all already know I had to pause it on the low to look at that chocolate face, bro. Let's go. Treasure, you already know. Exotic Lifestyles in the building. Hit my DMs though. Let's go. With that video, with that pretty face and Underdog. Hey, we need sponsorship, y'all. Let's go.
Is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
What up, Stack Baby? What up, Stack Baby? Let's get it. What up, Cam? What up, Mace? Hey, they is on the case with Celtics choking in game 1. Hey, smack you in the face.
Cam, what's up, man?
What's good, bro? How you today?
I'm doing good, man. It's feel New Yorkish, man. I really do.
I know he's throwing shots
I
right.
bet you do. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. Of course you do.
Home sweet home, you know? Live from the...
I did not know Mace is a bandwagoner, yo.
212.
No further comments. I don't have a comment. So let's start with home. Okay.
Yeah, you know, you gotta go home sometime, you know? Like Kanye said, man.
You still quoting him?
That part, and he messing with cousins and broads, and you want to quote that? Oh, let's go, y'all.
Nah, it's all good. I ain't sure. I just was asking.
Great question.
What'd he say?
Hey,
What'd he say? You gotta go home.
Hey, let's go. Mate, you tripping. Let's get it.
That's that. Okay, got it.
Just
Cool.
back, baby,
So
what
the
you
Knicks beat the Celtics 108-105 in an overtime win for game 1. Mace, before we get into the Knicks, who underperformed on the Celtics side? How are we feeling about this?
When it comes to the Celtics, who would I say underperform, you know? When it comes to them, I would definitely have to say Drew Holiday could have had a better game. But everybody, it wasn't just that they didn't show up. I just think that, you know, the type of game that the New York Knicks had was just a better team. You know, when you lose a close game, there's always 1 or 2 situations that make the whole game. It's not like who underperformed. Sometimes somebody just performed a little bit better than you performed. I think Al Horford could have added probably 3 more points, and maybe that would have put them in overtime. But other than that, I don't see anyone that play any differently than they normally play. You look at Tatum, he had 23. You look at Jaylen Brown, he had 23. You look at Derek White, he normally have probably 20, but he's at 19, so they're not far from where they would be, even with 11 assists. It's just the Knicks, came to win that game. Shout out to New York.
New York, shout out to New York. What do y'all think? Did y'all watch the game or no? Leave your comments below. Cameron, let's go.
Who underperformed is the fucking coach. That's who underperformed. Because as a team, they set an NBA record. We just seen this shit with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Day before yesterday or yesterday, whatever day it was, shooting all these threes and missing. Boston set a record last night of missing 45 three-pointers.
That is ridiculous.
45 three-pointers. I'm gonna round it up to 50. So if you shot 150 points worth of three-pointers just about. What are you doing? As a coach, you gotta say, yo, this shit ain't dropping. Get to the basket. But no, they keep shooting. They will not shoot. You live by the three, you die by the three. That's what happened to y'all last night. And the superstars, and I'm gonna use the word superstars, showed up when they were supposed to show up. It just wasn't on Boston. The superstar was Jalen Brunson, and he was the best player on the floor last night. And that's just that.
And he showed out. If y'all didn't know,
make it seem like nobody did
check my latest videos on that NBA scope. Cause we got that too. That overtime three-point shooter, that brick. Yes, sir. It went in overtime real quick.
Snatched your heart. Y'all was up by 20 points, talking about the Boston Celtics, in the third quarter. 20 points. And you let a lead go for 20 points because you want to keep shooting threes and missing. Yo, my nigga, when are y'all gonna see that the threes aren't dropping? Let me just go through the threes since we already here. Jason Tatum, 4 for 15. Drew Holiday, 2 for 7. Derek White, 5 for 16. Jaylen Brown, 1 for 10. What are you doing? 1 for 10? What are we doing? 4? Y'all both missing 9, 10, 11, 12 three-pointers. But you know who's going to the Baja? Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was going to the Baja. Not only that, he was his.
Congratulations, sir.
We see why he got Clutch Player of the Year, and he was the best player on the floor last night. Not only that, we gonna give OG Anunoby credit. He came in and bust ass. Fourth quarter, Mikal Bridges, and not just fourth quarter, in that overtime, Mikal Bridges came through. Josh Hart, Keith Steele's defensive prowess the whole game. Listen, man, the Knicks look really good at that second half. They just look like tougher niggas. They look like, y'all pretty boys, even though there's a bunch of light-skinned niggas on the court. They look like, shut up, you light-skinned niggas, and just came and dominated y'all niggas second half. I'm talking about not just basketball-wise. I'm talking about snatching niggas' heart. You know when niggas fight for the ball, snatching the ball out niggas' hands. So on and so forth. Let's go back to my problem since the playoffs started. The out-of-bounds play. The Knicks ran a perfect out-of-bounds play with about 2 seconds left for Jalen Brunson. Executed it to the T. He just missed the layup. It sent it in overtime. But
if y'all did not see that 3, please go look at my past live stream. Let's get it. Because yes, we with it, and we did do some NBA review fitting. Let's go.
Out of bounds play was beautiful. Now let's go into the overtime. When Boston is down 2 points or 3 points, whatever it was, they needed a 3. I know that. It was 3 points. You run this raggedy out of bounds play that you could. First of all, you couldn't get the ball in the first time. You had to use your last time out because y'all couldn't get the ball in bounds with 2 seconds left. Then you finally get the ball in bounds. You could tell they don't practice the play. The coach thought he that good. He go over there and draw a play up, throw a across the court pass to Jaylen Brown, and Mikal Bridges took that shit out. He didn't even get a chance to shoot the ball. He snatched that shit out. Jaylen Brown's hands. Just like they snatched your heart last night, Boston. That's just that. We can't sit here and sugarcoat it. The Knicks bust y'all ass in the second half and snatched your heart. Straight like that. Not just the misses, the 45 record-breaking fucking 3-point misses And it's just getting fucking ridiculous with the threes. It's been ridiculous, but when you missing 45 threes in the Eastern Conference semifinals, that's wild, my nigga. But shout out to Jalen Brunson. He sat out for for about 4 minutes in the fourth quarter.
But he showed out, though, if y'all didn't know.
Started to come back with OG. We got to give a lot of credit also to Cat. He was in foul trouble most of the game. He contributed, but it was OG and Jalen Brunson night scoring, and it was Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges night, not just scoring, but on defense as well. The Knicks look good. Boston, I don't care how deep you is, pause. You can sit there and say Boston play 8, 9, 10, 11 players. The 6 or 7 for the Knicks look strong. It looks stronger than the 10 you had yesterday. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say the Knicks here to win the series or nothing, but they came and took your heart, and this builds momentum going into the next game. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this Knicks team looked like they added the pieces that they didn't have last year, and this is the difference it was supposed to make with Cat Williams and looking at Mikal Bridges, even though he only showed up late.
Okay, and then to Cam's point, Mace, how do you feel about players consistently shooting from the 3 but missing?
I saw this all day yesterday. I even saw this in the Denver game, and we'll get to that later. But it just seemed like people don't value 2 points no more. Like you'll see people drive to the basket, get right under the basket, and then throw it all the way out to somebody from 3. Like that was a guaranteed 2 points. And then he end up missing the 3. They'll get a long rebound and get a breakaway dunk, and it's just ridiculous that how much that Stephen Curry has infused the NBA. That everybody is trying to make sure that they can hit threes, because they know if they get against a team that is hitting from 3, it does make a difference. Definitely when you come down and you make 2 layups, then you hit 3 layups, and then somebody come down and hit 3 threes, you still down a lot, you know?
So, given the 20-point comeback that the Knicks made, and I know you guys come in here and joke a lot and say, if anybody's going to mess it up, it could be the Knicks. Do you guys feel the Celtics should be more worried? Are you guys ready to give them that credit?
I'm not ready to give them too much credit, but any team that could come back from 20 points is a team that have resilience, you know? I mean, even though they came back without Porzingis there, but it's still coming back for 20 points, and some of the key players are still there. So if I could give them credit for that, but I'm not ready to wear my Knick hat. Now they get 2-0. Might have to go get a Knick hat. I don't care what Cam say about it. They get 2-0. Might have to go get not a Knick hat, maybe a Mets hat. I can't go Knicks just yet.
You don't already have one?
I went everywhere to get one, but they didn't have one, so maybe it ain't time yet. It ain't time to be doing that.
I feel like the time is now.
Time is now.
Yeah.
The Knicks ain't been in the playoffs in how many years? Hey, leave it in the comments so they can shed some tears for this celebration. Cheers. Let's go.
So that means it won't be later. So that means you don't need to jump out the window and get a Knick hat yet. You know, blue and orange is close enough.
Okay. Cam?
Look, anyway, this nigga murder crazy. Look. Listen, the Knicks is not, I'm not getting hype off this, but it's definitely good self-esteem for them as a team. Now, they look sensational coming back, but you have to think about this. The Knicks won by 3, right? Mm-hmm. Porzingis got hurt at halftime. And listen, I'm not making no excuses for nothing. I'm just telling you to keep this in mind as a not delusional fan. They won by 3 and niggas missed 45 threes. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's how much has to go wrong.
Exactly.
For them to win.
That's what I'm telling you exactly. The niggas won by 3 and niggas missed 45 threes. So let's not get crazy. But that's not the Knicks' fault. We're not going to sit here and blame the Knicks for them niggas missing 45 threes. But let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah, because they'll say it's their defense. Their defense is the reason they missed 45 shots.
Yeah, so, whatever you want to say. The point being is 45 threes was missing. They won by 3. But if I'm the Knicks, I'm carrying this momentum in the game, too. Also, I just want to give a lot of credit. I know we give him a lot of credit offensively, but I think Jalen Brunson a lot of times he gets mismatches on defense, but he wasn't letting Jason Tatum get to the ball. When he got switches and he was guarding Jason Tatum, I would love to know how much Jason Tatum had when Jalen Brunson was the primary defender in the second half, because he did a great job on switches, not letting them get to his spots, not letting them bully him and try and get to the box. He was forcing them to shoot foul line, fade away jump shots, and they weren't going in. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's been footage all week leading up to this series of Jalen Brunson playing against Jason Tatum in high school. And it was dope. You know, you watch these two niggas, they was nice in high school playing against each other 10 years ago, 8, 9, however long ago it was dope footage. But it looked like to me, when I'm watching this game, that Jalen Brunson was like, I know this nigga, man. Like, y'all be hype. He ain't like that. I know the nigga, man. Trust me. Because in that footage when they're in high school, Tatum was busting ass, but Jalen Brunson was busting ass. So listen, man, this should be a great series. But just keep in mind, 45 missed threes, 3-point victory. Knicks carry that momentum into the second game, and we'll see how it goes. But I wouldn't get too excited about it.
Now, if they get up 2-0, would you?
There we go. What do y'all think? Did y'all watch the basketball game, though? Do y'all agree with Cameron and Mace? Hey, because I agree with Stack Baby and that pretty face. Let's go.
Change that.
2-0 is definitely something for the. I'm not getting excited. That's not my team. Team is the Spurs. But if I'm a New York fan, I would definitely be excited about 2-0, because you get 2-0 in the Garden, Boston Garden. Then you come back home. Not saying Knicks wouldn't lose at home either, but you stole home. You already stole home court advantage when you steal one game. But 2 games, you have the home court advantage now. If you're the Knicks, man, and I wouldn't want to go down 2-0. I don't care if it was Boston or anybody. In this playoff series, you don't want to go down 2-0.
Yeah, with the luck and the fortune of the Knicks, they would have to get up 3-0 for me to really take it serious.
Yeah, me too, sir. Me too.
They get up 2-0 and then come to New York and lose 2, man.
You know,
then we'll be back at square one, you know?
Leave your comments below.
I've seen it before. I've seen it my whole life, so don't let me rain on y'all parade. But if you get 3-0, then I know we might win this.
Hey,
man.
man.
2-0. You should.
Hey, don't be trying to rhyme like me. Hey, stick to it is what it is script, sir. Let's go.
Still get a hat. Can we stamp that?
Nah. I've been there before. When I was in the 10th grade, I think they got. Remember Miami beat them. Then they got close to winning against Chicago because Mike wasn't there. That didn't work. You know, the Knicks, I can't do it unless they get up 3-0. They get up 3-0.
I concur with Mace, man. Yeah. You know, and like I said, this is not.
Lost a lot of games.
This is not a shot at the players today. This is a fact about the organization.
Yeah.
Like, look, to Mace's credit, the Knicks was up 3-2 in the championship against Houston. They lost a 3-2 lead in the championship against you. This is what we dealing with. PTSD, trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Them being up 1 is giving me PTSD. Because I know what it turns into, you know?
Yeah, man.
I've never seen them up 3-0, so that's where I get excited.
Okay. Well, for the sake of Knicks fans, I'm hoping they figure it out, because I think they would love to see y'all.
Yeah, I know Sinner's not going to like this. This is his day, you know.
He's tagging us in every
It started.
Yeah.
Every single complaint, every single ref issue, every single win, we all 3 get a tag, and we see it. We see it.
I ignore it. I just see the request join on when I go to my ads.
I'm just put quotes on it. New hotness. New hotness.
Okay, so Nuggets versus Thunder. This is really the MVP candidates matchup. The Nuggets beat OKC 121 to 119. Still a very close game, but Mace, what's your early prediction for how you think this series is going to go?
I think this definitely goes 7 games. When you think of OKC, they're exactly the opposite of what we saw in Boston. It seemed like they was hitting threes every time that the Nuggets would get to the place where they'll be down 7, then they'll come back and hit a 3, be back up 10. And it seemed like no matter what run that Denver was putting together until like the end of the fourth quarter, it just kept hitting a 3 or getting an and 1. And I think one time, even Shea got an and 1 3, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. He almost could have had a 4-point play. So it looked like this is going to be one of those series where they go back and forth. I don't see anybody like taking a strong hold over this series. I think you'll win one game, then they'll win one game, then you'll win a game, then they'll win one game. And I think the series doesn't really change until you win 2 games, until you win a game on the road, and that's what Denver did. If OKC is not able to get a win in Denver, that's when it really changes. Until then, it's a back and forth series. Even though they won one game, and it seemed like they got home court advantage.
Now, I gotta give a shout out to the Denver coach, man, to be totally honest with you. His name is the Joker. That's the fucking coach of the Denver fucking Nuggets, bro. That other nigga ain't doing nothing. Joker's in the huddles telling niggas what they need to be doing. He's getting up, he's animated. I seen a nigga sub himself in. The coach said, what are you doing? Niggas, man, move. It's time. Y'all, you see the game getting out of hand, nigga? I'm on this. The Joker's literally coaching this team, B. I don't know if y'all paying attention what's going on sidelines. I don't know when you see he telling niggas to sub niggas in, XYZ. The Joker's actually coaching this team, man. And this leaves, and as much as he's been verbal in these huddles, and I can only imagine what goes on in practice in the locker room, that made me, the way he's acting now made me believe it'd been a problem with their coach that just got fired. The way he's acting, like it seemed like the Joker been wanting him to do shit
differently
for a while, and he ain't been wanting to do it. Mm-hmm. And this kind of led to his demise. But listen, man, Joker, 42 points, 22 rebounds, was down the whole game. They actually got their first lead when the game was just about over with a few seconds left. Listen, man, I gotta give this nigga mad credit. Shout out to Shea Gildress, the 2 finalists for the MVPs. You know, we got Shea Gildress, Alexander, and the Joker. And I was saying to myself, Joker had like 40 and 20, and Shea had like 30 and 10 with a few minutes left. And I was like, damn, Joker numbers is crazy, but I'd rather take the 30-10 in a victory. That's when I thought niggas gonna win, but the Joker ain't let them niggas lose. He didn't let them lose. The weakest link on Denver, the only weakest link, to be totally honest with you, is Michael Porter Jr. Everybody else, even Russell Westbrook, came to contribute. We know what Jamal Murray brings to the table. It wasn't a spectacular night. Gordon actually had not a buzzer beater, because he had a buzzer beater the other night. The nigga had a game winner with 1 second left. Which actually made his legend grow. Like this 2 games.
And he is shaking it.
What, the last fucking week or so that he had 2 game winners. One was actually a buzzer beater. So when I'm looking at these numbers, it's a balanced attack. This is another game just like the Knicks game. Y'all let these niggas come back. Y'all was up 10-12 the whole game, fourth quarter. You've had a steady lead, 7-8 points. And the last 2-3 minutes, y'all lost this game. Are we gonna blame it on inexperience? We can't keep saying that with OKC, because OKC is still like the 2nd and 3rd youngest team in the NBA, but they've been here. They've been here before, so we ain't gonna act like this is a Houston Rockets situation where they didn't have the experience, like they just lost to Golden State because inexperience, and you're going against veterans, not just veterans, championship veterans. But this situation is the same thing. You're going against champions. When you say champions, you're talking about a champion and finals MVP with the Joker. You're talking about a champion with Aaron Gordon. You're talking about a champion with Michael Porter. You're talking about a champion with Jamal Murray. These are champions. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and the Joker willed these. I listen, the Joker looked like a man
so y'all better get it together.
Works construction. He just had his hard hat on pause and his lunchbox, and he was running niggas over. He wasn't getting no assists because they were swarming the nigga in the beginning. For 3, 4 niggas around the nigga. I like to know, matter of fact, Stat, look up for me, because Joker had a lot of turnovers in the beginning because they figured him out. But Joker ain't give up. Joker ain't give up. He was on them niggas' ass the whole game. The numbers speak for itself. I ain't got to go through the numbers. But the fact that they didn't give up, it was plenty of times when I'm sitting there saying to myself, this game is over. 5 minutes left, it's over. 4 minutes left, it's over. 3 minutes left, 2 minutes. Oh, hold the fuck on. Not only that, Chet, you blew the game. Pause. You blew the game. You know when a nigga don't want to be on that free throw line. That nigga, the OKC, the Thunder was up 1 point, and Chet had 2 free throws and missed both of them. And at the end of the game, that's when Gordon went and hit that 3. He didn't even need a 3, but he hit the 3. Chet, you froze, you choked. Work on it. When I said we was watching the game, I told Bezo and I told Church, I said, look, he gonna miss these free throws. I know a nigga who don't want to be there. You could tell a nigga when they start looking at the ground, dribbling like, when they hit you with it.
Hey, Cam is stupid. If y'all did not know, Cam has played college basketball, him and Mace, so they do know what they talking about. So don't hate.
That ain't your regular routine when you go to the foul line. When you start doing all that, I said he gonna miss this free throw. He don't want it. And that's what basically happened. But to be honest with you, Oklahoma City played a great game for 47 minutes. But not too bad that it's 48 minutes in the game.
And then to answer your question, Jokic had 7 turnovers.
Yeah, I did. I knew it was a lot. They was swarming the nigga. They was beating his passes, everything. But that nigga grabbed his lunchbox and his hard hat, paused, and came in that fourth quarter and they quit. And not only ain't quit, coach them niggas.
Yeah.
I need the footage of Jokic in all the huddles, not just 2 or 3 per game. Every huddle, he's going crazy, bro.
He made another good decision to leave himself in pause when he had 4 fouls in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, and then to your point, like we said, Aaron Gordon has been doing really well. He obviously had the game winner. So a quote resurfaced from him where he said, I'm doing everything I can to get Russ a ring. So Mace, after hearing that, how are you feeling about that quote from him, considering what you've seen?
I like that when pause. Whenever teams are unstoppable, it's because they're playing for each other. And this is one of those situations where you find a way to win. Because like Killer said, for 47 minutes, it just seemed like they could never get the lead. Every time they get close, they get 6 points down, 5 points down. Somebody come hit a big 3, somebody get a breakaway layup. It just seemed like they just wasn't going to win that game.
It was a good game,
like the guy that was coming off the bench was too fast. You know, he was getting buckets down the middle, getting fouls. Caruso was hitting threes from the corner, from the side, pause. And then it just looked like they just had too many answers for every run that they made. So this said a lot towards what we're talking about. Gordon, just stay with it. You see Russell playing hard, and it looked good to see Russell Westbrook, being effective in the playoffs, because it's been a while since we've seen him effective in the playoffs. He went.
What do you guys think about Mace and Cameron's opinion on the game, the analytics, the reviews? Do you agree? Leave your comment down below in the comment section, dude. Let's go. As y'all know, I gotta salute you for watching the Exotic Lifestyle Show. Hey, like, share, subscribe, comment, and support. If you can take 2 seconds to hit that play button, take 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button and support the Exotic Lifestyle. Let's get it. As y'all know, the new format, we vibing in and we vibing out. Exotic Lifestyle, we out. AK83 on the beats. If you need that heat for the streets, hit that DM. We got it for cheap. Let's go. Let's go. lifestyles. Free that boy. Back money, Mr. Main. It's Hopper Gang. Exotic lifestyles. We out.